All right, so let's see if the audio is okay. Yeah, perfect. The audio is fine. The video quality is on point as well. And that means that we can start this live session. How are y'all doing? Welcome to this live session. I hope you all are doing great. Feel free to let me know in the live chat what you've been up to lately, how things have been for you. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say. And in around 1 or 2 minutes, we'll get into the good stuff. Okay, we'll do a market update, a market analysis. We'll go through our watch list pairs together. Okay, and afterwards we'll do a Q&A as well to see if you guys have any questions. Okay, but yeah, like I said, feel free to let me know what you've been up to lately. Basically just a few words about yourself, and after that we'll get into it. Personally, I've been good, just sticking to the schedule. Yesterday I played some football. Yesterday night was really fun. My team won, so that was great. But yeah, overall it was really fun. And apart from that, just sticking to the schedule, and having fun whilst doing it, really. That's all it matters. So yeah, let's quickly check the Forex Factory news. And like I said, feel free to let me know about yourself. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say, what you've been up to lately, how things have been for you. Just let me know in the live chat a few words about yourself, and then we'll get right into it. Okay, all right, good to know. And yeah, before we get into the good stuff, as I always mention throughout the session, if there's any questions, any unclarities, please make sure to drop them in the live chat. Okay, because every minute or every 2 minutes, I will make sure to check the live chat out and see if there's any questions, and of course reply to them. Okay, so do not hesitate. Drop all of your questions in the live chat, if of course there will be any. And now we'll get into the watch list analysis. Okay, so we have the blue pairs. These are the active setups that I've sent in the group, and are either pending, close to getting triggered, or they already triggered. The green pairs are the pairs that could give us a setup very soon, basically the potential setups. And then the orange pairs are the pairs where I couldn't mark up anything, okay, where I couldn't find a valid structure. So we'll basically avoid the orange pairs because there's no point in wasting any time and go over these orange pairs. I'm gonna start off with the blue pairs, basically with the active setups, and then we will go over the green ones, okay, to see the potential new setups that we might have. All right, so let's start off with CAT JPY that is currently running in some drawdown. Okay, so this right here is a bearish setup that I took because I saw this very aggressive downtrend. So essentially we are trading with the trend, okay? And right here, I saw a continuation of that downtrend with this impulsive bearish leg towards the downside. I then also saw that imbalance was left behind because I was able to identify this fair value gap right here that is lining up with the premium area of this bearish range. And lastly, the pullback has also been nice and corrective, because you guys know that this is always our final confirmation. We always need to wait for a corrective pullback in order for us to take the setup. And now it triggered, and as we speak, it is running in some drawdown, but now we just need to wait and see how this setup will unfold. Okay, Euro AD is next. This one just triggered this morning, running pretty close to the entry price in a small drawdown. The reason I took this setup is very simple. First things first, I saw that price was bullish, and right here I saw a continuation of that bullish trend with this very impulsive break towards the upside. I saw that liquidity was swept beforehand as well, which is a great added confluence. And after the break, I was able to identify this fair value gap that, as we can see, is lining up perfectly with the point of interest, and the pullback has also been a very nice and corrective one, which is exactly what we are looking for. USD JPY is looking bearish and very close to our entry. Okay, the reason I took this setup is pretty simple. Once again, we are trading with the trend. The overall trend here is bearish, and right here we have a bearish opportunity, a bearish setup. We have this aggressive break towards the downside. Imbalance was left behind. I was able to identify this fair value gap that is lining up perfectly with the point of interest. And lastly, we can see that the pullback has been very nice and corrective as well, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so pretty much a setup that respects all of our rules, and now we just need to sit on our hands and wait for it to trigger. If of course it will trigger, because we never know. Maybe price from here will just go straight to the downside. If that's the case, of course it's pretty unfortunate, but we'll just move on. Okay, OCHF just triggered. Okay, this one just triggered, running around the entry price as we speak. Right here, I saw this impulsive move towards the downside that continued this overall downtrend. Okay, after that, I was able to identify this unmitigated supply level lining up with the premium area of this bearish range. And the pullback has also been nice and corrective, which is exactly what we want. Okay, we always want to look for a corrective pullback as our final confirmation, because if we get an aggressive pullback, then it means that the momentum shifted. Okay, and we don't want to get involved anymore. But in this case right here, we can all agree that this was a corrective pullback. Okay, and now we just need to wait and see how this setup will unfold. EuroCAD coming up next, and it is looking bullish. Okay, we have this very impulsive move towards the upside that left a lot of imbalance behind. Liquidity was swept beforehand as well. Right here we have this unmitigated demand level lining up with the point of interest, and we can see that the pullback has been very nice and corrective as well. And now we just need to wait for this setup to get triggered, because as we can see, it is very close to our entry. Okay, so yeah, that's that for EuroCAD. Next up, we have NAS 100. Right here, we have a bearish potential setup. I saw this impulsive bearish leg that took price lower and left imbalance behind. I was able to identify this fair value gap that is lining up with the with the area of interest. Liquidity was swept beforehand as well, right here. And the pullback so far has been very nice and corrective as well. Now, we just need to wait and see if the price will head towards our potential entry, and then we will take it. Okay, Euro USD is looking pretty bullish. We have this very impulsive move towards the upside caused by this bullish leg. Before this impulsive move, liquidity was swept as well right here with this fake out to the downside. And after this impulsive move, I was able to identify this unmitigated demand level that, as we can see, is lining up perfectly with the discounted area of this bullish range. And now we need to wait for a continuation of this corrective pullback, because so far the pullback has been very nice and corrective, which is exactly what we want. Okay, and now we want this corrective pullback to continue towards our area of interest, towards our fire zone. Okay, Euro JPP is also looking extremely bullish. We have this very impulsive bullish leg that took price higher and left imbalance behind. I was able to identify this tiny fair value gap lining up with the point of interest, and so far pullback definitely looks corrective. What we want to see now is a continuation of it towards our fire zone, towards our area of interest. OJPY is next. with a pretty textbook bullish opportunity. Okay, right here, I saw a textbook break towards the upside, aggressive because imbalance was left behind. I was able to identify this unmitigated demand level, lining up with the point of interest. And now we just need to wait for a corrective pullback towards our fire zone. GBP USD is looking bearish. Okay, right here we have another textbook break. This time though towards the downside. Okay, right here. We have this unmitigated supply lining up with the area of interest as well, which is a great added confluence. And to be fair, so far this pullback looks corrective to me. Okay, so we want to see a continuation of it towards our entry, and once it will approach it, we will definitely take this setup. GBP CAD is next with a bearish opportunity. Right here we have this aggressive break towards the downside that left imbalance behind. We have this unmitigated supply level lining up with the point of interest, and now we need to wait for a corrective pullback towards our area of interest. Okay, that's always our final confirmation. We always need to wait for a corrective pullback. It is very, very important. GBP AUD coming up next with a bearish potential setup. Right here, the first thing that I saw was a aggressive move towards the downside. Okay, we can all agree that this right here is a aggressive bearish leg. After that, I saw that liquidity was swept as well right here with this huge wick, which is a great added confluence. And after the break, I was able to identify this fair value gap that is lining up with the point of interest. Okay, and now we need to wait for our final confirmation, which is a corrective pullback. We need to wait and see if we manage to get a corrective pullback towards our fire zone. All right, on USD coming up next with a textbook bullish opportunity. We have this aggressive break towards the upside. Imbalance was left behind. I was able to identify this unmitigated demand level lining up with the area of interest. And now we need to wait for a corrective pullback towards our fire zone. NZD CAD is looking bullish as well. Once again, pretty textbook setup here. We have this aggressive break. We have a unmitigated demand level lining up with the point of interest. And now, of course, we need to wait for our final confirmation. We need to wait for that corrective pullback towards our fire zone. It is very, very important. USD CAD up next with a bearish potential setup. We have this break towards the downside. Imbalance was left behind. I was able to identify this unmitigated supply level lining up with the area of interest. And now we just need to wait for our final confirmation, which is a corrective pullback. Okay, we keep it super simple and straight to the point. Euro JPY is looking pretty bullish. Okay, it looks like we might see some upside in the next couple of days. Right here, I saw this textbook break towards the upside that left imbalance behind. I was able to identify this unmitigated demand level lining up perfectly with the point of interest. And now we need to wait for a corrective pullback towards our fire zone. All right, GBP JPY is looking very, very similar. Okay, once again, textbook break, unmitigated demand lining up with the point of interest. And now, of course, it's just a waiting game to see whether we manage to get a corrective pullback or not. And lastly, we have NZD USD that is looking pretty bullish, to be honest. Okay, because we have this very impulsive move towards the upside with some big bullish momentum. All right, imbalance was left behind. I was able to identify this fair value gap that, as we can see, is lining up perfectly with the point of interest. And now we just need to wait. Okay, we just need to wait and see if we manage to get our final confirmation, which is a corrective pullback towards, of course, our area of interest. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the watch list analysis. We went over the blue pairs as well as the green pairs. Let me know in the live chat if there's any unclarities, if there's any questions on this analysis. Okay, please let me know in the live chat. I'll just wait 30 seconds or 1 minute. And after that, before we start a Q&A, I will do a crypto market update as well on the Bitcoin chart, just to see where the market is at when it comes to crypto. Okay, but first I'm gonna just wait 30 seconds to see if there's any questions on the analysis, on the watch list analysis. All right, so I see that there's no questions on the watch list analysis that we just went over, which is good because it means that everything is clear. And now, before we do the Q&A, let me quickly do a crypto market update, because I know a lot of you guys are interested in the crypto market as well. So why not do a crypto market update? Okay. Just so you guys know, I personally don't trade crypto at all. Okay, I only hold it long term. I basically DCA into crypto, and the reason I do this market analysis once a week is just to see where the market is at, because we all know that the Bitcoin chart is the main chart, right? If the Bitcoin chart goes to 100K, best believe that all the other altcoins will be on a massive bull run as well. Okay, so that's why I do it on Bitcoin. Now, let's clear up the chart a bit because it's a bit noisy. Okay, so right here we can see that things are looking bearish. However, we rejected to this 50K level, so we know for sure that this level here holds some strength. Okay, this level here is pretty strong, the 50K level. It had a good rejection on it. Now, what could we see next? So to be fair, I'm seeing a support and resistance area around here that price could reject from. So we could see a move towards 62.5 and then possibly lower if things go bearish. Okay, this would be a first option. Second option would be to break above this 65K level, maybe retest it and then head higher. This would be the bullish scenario. Okay, and then the third one would be maybe to consolidate, but I don't really see this happening because there's a lot of volume in the crypto market right now, because we can see that the chart is constantly moving either to the up or downside. It's not ranging at all. So because of that, I don't really think it's likely for us to consolidate here in this area. I either think it will continue lower, okay, or it will break above, retest, and head higher. Okay, this could be the bullish scenario. And yeah, that's just my outlook. Of course, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not trading crypto at all. I just do these analysis for fun on crypto, on the Bitcoin chart, just to see where things are at. Okay, so yeah, let me know if you guys agree with this crypto market update. And now let's go back to our main pairs, to our Forex pairs. Okay, so yeah, now that we did the crypto market update as well, and of course the main watch list analysis, we can do a Q&A before we end the session. Hey brother, YoDL or Yodi said, hi, good day Dan, fan from Philippines. Hey, happy to hear it. Happy to hear it, brother. Good day to you as well. Happy to have you in this session. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, back to what I was saying. Let's just do a Q&A now. So I'm gonna just wait 2-3 minutes to see if you guys have any questions. They can be regarding anything. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just wait. Yodi said EuroCAD is the best setup for me. EuroCAD, this one. Yeah, this one really looks good. It literally has all the confluences in place. Okay, all the confluences. We have a corrective pullback as well. We have a aggressive break, a unmitigated demand lining up with the point of interest. We have liquidity that was swept as well before the break. So yeah, this setup is definitely looking promising. This EuroCAD setup, and I think that soon it might trigger. Okay, so we shall see how it will play out. But yeah, I also like how this setup is looking, this EuroCAD setup. So yeah. Why do you set up your TP higher from the 100% fib than the 100%? So usually I used to set it here, right? But because I now have my entry at the 71 instead of the middle between 71 and 79, 1 to 3 is here. Okay, so that's the reason why the final target is slightly higher than it used to. Because in the past couple weeks, I noticed that the 71 gets touched a lot more often and has a really good rejection than the 75, I think. Basically the middle between 71 and 79. And that's why I decided to have the entry at the 71 level to see how it will work. So yeah, I hope it makes sense why I did this this small adjustment to the entry. And because of that, like I said, because the final target is at 3R, I had to move it a bit higher, right? New fan from South Africa over here. Got anything on indices, US 100, US 30, or SPX 500? Hey, first of all, happy to hear it. Welcome to this session. And yeah, I have NAS 100 in my watch list. So right here on NAS 100, we have a bearish potential setup. Okay, we just need to wait for it to approach our potential entry, because so far we have everything we want on it. We have an aggressive break, we have liquidity that was swept as well right here. We have this fair value gap lining up with the point of interest, and the pullback has been also very nice and corrective as well. So literally all the confluences are in place. We now just need to wait for a continuation of this corrective pullback towards our fire zone, really. That's literally what we need to wait for. But yeah, this is the potential setup, a bearish one on NAS 100. So yeah, I'm gonna just wait 1 or 2 more minutes to see if there's any other questions. And if there aren't, then we'll end this session right here. Okay? Sounds good. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I hope you guys enjoy this session. And make sure to stay tuned, because I'll do more of these sessions every single week. Okay? And of course, make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well to not miss out on the YouTube uploads, because they're very insightful. And as I always mention, till the next session, feel free to reach out to me privately on Telegram. If there'll be any questions, any unclarities, anything, basically just feel free to reach out to me privately. Okay? And yeah, I think we can end this one right here. Before we end it, I want to thank you all for making time to join. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. And till the next one, I want to wish you all the best and take care.